Beneath the shimmering turquoise surface of the Pacific Ocean, a world teems with life and color. This is the Great Barrier Reef. Today, we'll uncover 10 remarkable, lesser-known facts about the world's largest coral reef system. You're on Curiosity Corner. It's difficult to comprehend the sheer enormity of the Great Barrier Reef. Covering a staggering 344,400 square kilometers, the reef is visible from space and is the largest living structure on the planet. To give you an idea of the size, the reef is bigger than Italy, Switzerland, and the Netherlands combined, and roughly the same size as 70 million football fields. To drive its entire length would take you over 16 hours non-stop. Now that's colossal. This brings us to the heart of the reef itself, coral. When you think of coral, what comes to mind? A plant? A rock? Actually, it's neither. Coral is made up of tiny, almost microscopic animals called polyps. They're related to creatures like jellyfish and sea anemones. Over time, these polyps create a communal limestone skeleton, forming the reef we see. Each polyp, working in harmony with countless others, creates these majestic structures, a testament to the power of collective action in nature. Despite its massive size and natural resilience, the Great Barrier Reef is under grave threat. Over recent decades, more than half of its coral cover has disappeared. Mostly, this is due to a heartbreaking phenomenon known as coral bleaching. Let's try to visualize this. Picture a bustling city, vibrant with life, its inhabitants busy with their daily lives. Now, imagine the same city turned into a ghost town, its residents forced to leave. That's what happens when corals bleach. But what causes this dramatic transformation? Corals have a symbiotic relationship with tiny algae known as zooxanthellae that live within their tissues. The algae photosynthesize and produce nutrients which feed the corals. But when open temperatures rise due to global warming, corals get stressed. In this stressed state, they expel the zooxanthellae, the source of their food and color. This is why they turn white, hence the term bleaching. And it's not a one-off event. We're seeing repeated mass bleaching events on the Great Barrier Reef. These episodes are happening with increased frequency due to rising ocean temperatures. When bleaching is severe or prolonged, corals can die off, leading to a decline in the overall health of the reef. Once vibrant ecosystem become barren and lifeless. But by understanding what's happening, and more importantly, why, we can take steps to protect the reef and ensure its survival for future generations. Despite these alarming challenges, the reef is testament to life's resilience. Once a year, something extraordinary happens. On a few special nights following the full moon, the reef transforms into an underwater snowstorm, a phenomenon known as coral spawning. Corals, timed with lunar cycles and water temperatures, release millions of eggs and sperm into the water. This coordinated effort, which increases the chances of fertilization, is one of nature's most spectacular events. But the story of the Great Barrier Reef isn't just about coral and sea creatures, it's also about people. The Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have been the custodians of the Great Barrier Reef for over 60,000 years. Their relationship with this marine environment is deeply rooted in culture, heritage, and identity. Their traditional practices, oral histories, and connection to the sea have shaped their communities, passing down vital knowledge about the reef and its preservation from generation to generation. Inhabiting this gigantic reef are countless species, making the reef a biodiversity hotspot. Over 1,500 species of fish, 400 species of hard coral, a third of the world's soft corals, and 6 of the world's 7 species of threatened marine turtles all call the reef their home. The reef is a bustling metropolis, from tiny shrimp to massive whales. Every nook and cranny holds a new surprise and a different story. Among these thousands of species, one deserves special mention. Meet the Mayori Ross, a sizable and colorful resident of the reef. Its claim to fame? It's one of the few predators of the crown of thorns starfish, a creature that, despite its beauty, can be incredibly destructive to the reef. By controlling the starfish population, the Mayori Ross helps protect the reef, proving that every player, big or small, has a part in this delicate balance. You might be surprised to learn that the Great Barrier Reef, often considered a singular entity, isn't a single continuous structure. It's actually an enormous mosaic of almost 3,000 individual reefs, and this is what makes it such a fascinating place. Each of these individual reefs has its own unique characteristics, its own microhabitats, and its own community of marine organisms. Some might be home to certain species of fish, while others host particular types of coral. Some reefs are closer to the shore, and others lie further out to sea. Each of these reefs has its own life and story, its own challenges and successes. It's a bit like a huge city comprising thousands of neighborhoods, each with unique personality and charm. The diversity within the reef is its greatest strength. Different reefs can respond differently to threats such as climate change or pollution. Some may be heavily impacted, while others prove more resilient. This resilience can then help repopulate those affected areas, contributing to the overall health and recovery of the ecosystem. The Great Barrier Reef's astounding size and diversity make it an unparalleled living laboratory for scientific research. There's much to learn from the reef, with around 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands. You could spend a lifetime studying just one part of it and barely scratch the surface. Scientists from all over the world come here to study marine biology, oceanography, ecology, and climate science. They're investigating the life cycle of corals, fish behavior, ocean currents movement, and even the role of bacteria in these ecosystems. Take, for example, the groundbreaking work being done to map the genome of the corals. This research can help us understand how corals function and respond to environmental changes, which is crucial as we confront the reality of climate change. And it's not just about the species we already know. New creatures are constantly being discovered in the Great Barrier Reef, adding to our understanding of biodiversity and the richness of life beneath the waves. Research on the Great Barrier Reef also plays a crucial role in conservation efforts. Scientists are experimenting with methods to bolster coral growth, control harmful species, and rehabilitate damaged areas. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just an ecological marvel, it's also a vital economic powerhouse. The reef attracts over 2 million visitors annually with its awe-inspiring natural beauty. This influx of tourists contributes heavily to the Australian economy. People from all over the globe flock to experience its wonders firsthand, whether diving to explore the colorful coral gardens, snorkeling to see the myriad of sea creatures, or taking a scenic flight for a breathtaking bird's-eye view. And it's not just the tourism dollars that flow into the economy. The reef supports a wide range of industries. From hotels and restaurants that cater to the influx of visitors to the local businesses that provide diving gear, boat rentals, and other services, the ripple effect of the reef's tourism is substantial, creating job opportunities and supporting local communities. The reef also plays a significant role in the fishing industry, both commercially and recreationally. Sustainable fishing practices allow for the harvest of species like prawns, red emperors, and coral trout, providing livelihoods for many people and contributing to Australia's seafood supply. This marvel of nature is a complex mosaic of life, color, and beauty. As we grapple with the challenges of climate change, we must remember the value of places like the Great Barrier Reef and work together to protect them. If you want to learn more exciting things and expand your mind, click on this video we selected for you. Stay curious, my friends.